Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another crafting day. And as the title implies, today we're going to do something I've never done before, but I did see one on one of the wreath websites. I think the Facebook page Need to Wreath, and I thought, well, gee, that's a cute idea. So I went to Dollar Tree and got a pizza pan, and I had the vinyl, and we're going to make a pizza pan wreath and for a patriotic wreath. Now I'm going to speed through probably a lot of it in the middle because you've seen me work with vinyl before, and these kind of videos can get very long because of getting the vinyl off of one sheet and onto another sheet and so on and so forth. But I think I'll try and get as much in there so that you can keep track of what it is that I'm doing. I thought I would show you the intro from this angle today because I thought it would be kind of interesting to see an empty bed. My bed has been covered with all kinds of, well, there's lots of words you could say, but I will say crafting items for I don't know how long. And I'm really working hard at getting this room reorganized and straightened out, and getting rid of a lot of things. I used to do craft shows, and so I had lots of stuff from craft shows, and I'm not planning to do them again, so I don't know what really to do with half of this stuff. Anyway, I give it away, most of it. So let's get busy. I'm going to take you to Cricut Access. I keep calling it Design Space because that's what it was called before, but it is Cricut Access. And we'll show you how I made the vinyl applique to go on the pizza pan, and then we'll be back and put it together. Okay, I'm in Cricut Access, and the first thing I'm going to do here is to change the canvas color so that it'll show up just a little better for you to see. So I'm going back over here onto the right hand side where it says blank canvas, and I'm going to click on it. And everything on the top goes away except one little block that says color. And I can click on that. Now I can make my canvas whatever color I'd like. And I think I will make it a light gray. And I think, well, I'm not sure now. Let me just look here. Let's do a light blue and see if that shows up a little bit better on your screen. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to upload a shape. And I'm going to be using a circle because we're working with a pizza pan. Now my pizza pan is, the inside diameter is 11.5, so I'm going to change this size to 11.5. I'm going to just decrease my screen size just one little notch so that we can see. Now the pizza pan has been painted, and it has been painted like a royal blue. So there's your pizza pan. So now I need to put my design inside that 11.5 inch circle. So I'm going over here and I'm going to pick up images. Search out images, and I'm going to write patriotic. I want to find something that's round if I can, and there's tons of things here. We looked at this the other day. These are good, but they got the flag on the bottom. I don't want that. I really want to fill in the whole pan as much as I can. There we are. Here's one right here. Perfect. So let's insert this image. Okay, now, do you notice anything here? First of all, I'm going to bring this over and see if I can get it the right size to go in here. And this is 11.6. So if I make this 11.5, it should be the same size as the pizza pan, right? Okay. Now, first of all, I can't cut something out that's that big. And secondly, I don't need this blue piece out here because I have a blue pizza pan. So I'm going to go over to the right. I'm going to highlight just this inside piece. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to tell it to ungroup. All right, so now I can move this out of there, and I'm not going to keep it. And I can move this out of there, and I am going to keep that. So we'll put this right over here. And that's 11.2. That's still going to be too big. But I'm going to do this all to, let me just bring this down just a little bit. I think 10.7 will work. And then I have my white one. I can bring that over. Oops, that needs to go to the front. Move forward. And I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Just a little bit more, I think. There you go. And the last thing is this. I don't need this white one that's on the bottom. We can get rid of that. But now, you see, the white was the star, okay? Let me put this back again. Wait a minute. Okay, let's move this back up here. What I'm going to do is to take this star. I'm going over to the word contour. And it shows me I've got this circular piece and the star. And I'm going to say hide the circular piece. So all I've got left is the star. So now I'll bring the star over, put it in the middle, I'll put it in the front. Nope, got to go further forward, all the way to the front. Okay, now it goes in the middle, and I'm going to change its color to white. Get rid of this one. So there you go. So now I have basically the same thing as what I originally had in my image that I picked, with one exception. The blue was scalloped, and I don't care if it's scalloped or not, because everything you see blue here is the pizza pan. Okay? So what I'm going to cut out is a white star, a white scalloped piece, and a red scalloped piece. And we're not going to cut this out. So I can just get rid of it. So there's the three things I'm going to cut out that will go into the pizza pan. So let's click Make It. And here's my project. I've got a star. The second one, I have the white scallop. And the third one, I have the red scallop. So those are the three pieces I will cut out of vinyl, and then I put them on the blue pizza pan. So I'm going to go and cut these three pieces out. You don't need to watch me cut the machine cut it again. And I will show you when we get back to the desk, and we'll put it on the pizza pan. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. See you then. Okay, here we are at the desk, and I have my pizza pan, blue pizza pan, and right now I have the red circle. So we're going to start with that. I do have a piece of transfer tape here. And there we go, I got the edge. What do you know? it uses quite a big piece of transfer tape, so I'm going to try to reuse this one for the other pieces. Oh, goes the other way. It's a little bubbly over there. Oh, let's just take this card, see if I can get some of that off of there. There we go. I'm pulling any bubbles I see off the edge. Not burnished enough. Now I'm going to do something as I'm taking this off. I am going to trim this as close as I can to this image, because I really am afraid, get some scissors that work, that I may pull the blue paint off of that. So I don't want a lot of extra sticky paper. I'm sorry, you can see me here. I don't have a good feeling about this paint because it's just a metal pan, and I'm afraid I have painted it and it is dry, but it is not cured. If I were not so, if I had more patience, I would let it sit there overnight. Now obviously I have defeated my purpose that I was going to use the same paper because I'm cutting it all apart. And if it pulls some paint off, I have paint and I'll just patch it. But it would be nice if I could do it without it pulling the paint off. And I have to tell you, I just called the Dollar Tree in the town next to me, not the one, I have one that I could walk to. Not that I would, but I have one I could. And they have not had any mesh or anything like that. So I call the one that's in the town next to me. They not only have the mesh, they have ribbons and wreath forms. And my local store didn't have any wreath forms either. It's kind of, I think my local store has kind of gone downhill a little bit. So, here's hoping, folks. Now I am going to see, I have not burnished this, and I'm going to see if I can get this paper off of this vinyl without burnishing too much, because I can push the vinyl down onto the pan and see if I can avoid messing up the paint. I am going to have to burnish the vinyl because it's leaving bubbles. But I do think it's bubbles of paint that are maybe underneath it. Once I have got all the vinyl on, I will put a layer of acrylic on the top of it, and that will keep the paint and all of the decorations safe. Alright, oh, I got a little spot there that came off. I'll have to patch it. You can't see it, but I can. Now let's see what else we have for the next one. Well, I got the other two pieces on. There you go. Now, I did run into a problem with the white piece. Right here, you probably can't see it from there, but if I bring it up close, you could. I had to split it because the white piece is just too, it wouldn't lay down flat, okay? Now, I think if I ever did this again, or with other round projects, and I'm not an expert at this, we're just playing, and I've never done a pizza one before, so we're having a good time. If I ever did another one, what I think I would do is, once I have it on the transfer paper, I think I would cut it in half and put them on half and half, because you won't really see the seam. Now this looks kind of doggy up there, up here where this is cut, because I was trying to cut it after it was kind of down, so it's not a clean cut. But I'm planning to put a bow on the top of this, so guess which is going to be the top? Right here. So I think it came out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. Alright, we're going to make the bow. So I'll be back in just a few minutes and we'll make a pretty bow, put a hanger on the back of it, and we'll be all set with a pizza pan. Now, you don't have to use a Cricut if you don't have a Cricut. You can always cut a placemat to fit on the inside of this. If you're a good painter, which I'm not, you can paint something on the inside or use a stencil. But I like the idea of these little pizza pans because it will lay nice and flat against a wall. In my case, it's going to go against a brick pillar that has a lantern on the top of it. So it'll lay right up close to the brick pillar and it'll look good. So I'll be back in a couple minutes and we'll make a bow and put on the top. Right back. Okay, here we are back. And I'm going to use this ribbon here. It's pretty with the red, white, and blue and the stars. I think it'll look really nice. We're just going to do this bow by hand. I'm going to leave about 6 inches, I think. Come around. I don't have too much, so we won't make too many loops. Now on the bottom, what I'm going to do is just come back up and pinch it. And I want to try to make sure that my loops are the same size, so let's just take a look here. Okay, they are. So on the top, now I pinch that one. On the top, let me just get this off the roll here. It'll make it easier to handle, I think. Here we go. All right, so on the top, I'm going to go around the back. Around the back, bring it back, and pinch it. And then we're at the bottom, and at the bottom, I'm going to come up and over and bring it to the middle and pinch it. And that's about all I'm going to get for that. So we'll pinch that in. I'm going to take a zip tie, go around the middle, well, it just doesn't want to zip for me. There we go. I'm pulling the zip tie back to the back and giving it a nice tight. And then we have just 4 loops. We'll give this one a little dovetail. And it's going to go right about there. I'm going to make this one a little shorter. I have my glue gun heating here. If we put it right about here, I will be able to arrange that so it doesn't cover. And I get a nice good blob of hot glue and push it in there. And I have one more thing to add. I'm going to add either blue flower or red flower. I think I like the red one. And these are those cute little patriotic flowers that Michael's had. I think I got them last year, but they're really cute. So we'll put a little blob of glue right in the middle. Put our flower on. Now I have just enough here, I think, of this ribbon, I'm going to glue the end together here a little bit, just a little. And glue the other end. Well, let me measure first because I might not need it all. All right, let me just turn this over, and I'm right here. And we will create a hanger out of the ribbon so they can hang on the wall. That would be pretty. I'm going to be hanging mine, like I said, we don't need that much. Okay, let's glue those two pieces together. Boy, that glue gun is hot stuff, I'll tell you that. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of the bow. Now that's going to have to sit for a bit before we can hang it up. But there you go, look at that. That is absolutely adorable, I love it. It's very patriotic. It would look pretty, I don't know, now I've seen this. I like it so much I might use it on the baker's rack. But I think, I don't know, I might use it on the baker's rack because I also have a clothespin patriotic wreath that I made last year or the year before that I could put outside there. What I'm trying to do is put something outside that won't be hurt by the weather. But this is so pretty. I like it. I love it. So anyway, I'm not going to get on and say some final remarks. I'll say them right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something different for me. I've never done a pizza pan wreath before. But there's lots of things and lots of ways you can do them. You could go on Pinterest and just ask for pizza pan wreaths, and there's lots of different ones. I didn't see one like this, but it gave me the inspiration to try one. Pizza pan is the Dollar Tree, $1. The vinyl I had, the ribbon I had, and the bow I had, and the flower I had. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back on Sunday. Sunday we're making a salad. And then Tuesday I'll be using the mesh that I'm picking up tomorrow at the Dollar Tree and making my candle holder. So until then, everybody stay safe, play by the rules, keep your distance, wear your masks, and play nice now. And I'll see you again Sunday. Bye-bye.